Hello everyone. In this video I am going to show a simple example code in Python on how to create class, methods and functions. I got this example code from JetBrains website while downloading the PyCharm IDE. So let us do the code now and see how this will work. So the first thing we need to declare is to create a class file. We will call this one as car, and then create the code for initialization, and then we will pass a parameter here called speed will be equal to 0, and we will bind this parameter inside with self dot speed is equal to speed, and then self dot odometer equals 0, and then self dot time will be equal to 0, and then another function for displaying a message like def say state and then print I am going, and then kph, and then using the format functions, and then we will pass here the parameter self dot speed. Next we will need another functions called accelerate, and then inside this will be self dot speed plus equal to 5. So every time we call these functions, it will increment the speed value by 5. Next we will need to declare another function called break, and then we will check if the speed is less than 5, then we will set the speed to equal 0. Else, if it is not less than 5, then self dot speed we will deduct the speed with 5. So the function above accelerate will increment our speed by 5 every time we call this function, and however this function will decrement our speed variable every time we call these break functions. Now we need another functions called step. So this will, and then we will pass here the values like the odometer will be incremented equal to self the speed. So the odometer will be equals the current speed of our speed variable, and also every time we increment the speed we also increment the time, so will be equal to 1. So every time we increment the speed by 1, that will be added to the odometer. The same is true with time. So we also need another method or functions called def. We say we want to display the average speed, then inside here will be, we'll check the time. If self the time is not equal to 0, meaning we have something to calculate because the car is running, because it is not equal to 0, then we need to return self dot odometer divided by the speed. So the total number of speed divided by the total number of odometer that we have will be divided by the speed, else do nothing and pass continue. Now we need to declare our entry point. So if name equals main, and then inside here we need to create an object of our car class. We will call our object as my car. Then we'll display a message here saying I am a car, and then a while loop, while true. So this while loop will always result to true, so this will continue asking a user of input. So action equals input, and then we'll pass a message here, what should I do? Either A, accelerate, B for brake, or show odometer or show average speed as speed. Then so we are going to check the user's input inside the variable action. If action not in the string abos, so this stands for the A is for accelerate, and the B stands for the brake, and the O stands for the odometer, and the S stands for the speed. So basically this line is saying that if the user's input inside the variable action does not contain in the or does not is not present in the abos string, or if the length of the action is not equal to 1, so or meaning if the length of the action is not equal to 1, meaning the user did not input anything, then we pass a message here saying I can not do that, and then we continue. However, if the action is equal to character A, meaning accelerate, then we'll need to call our my car, our accelerate method. Else if action is equal to B or brake, then we need to call our brake method. Else if action is equal to O, meaning odometer, the user wants to see the odometer, then we pass a message here. Let's say the car is running kph or kilometer per hour dot format, and then my car dot odometer. Okay, and then next, else if action is equal to S, meaning the user wanted to see the average speed, Then we'll pass a message saying the car's average speed was, and then kph. Let's pass a space there, and then format my car dot average, and then we call our increment dot step, and also our message dot say state. So let's check for errors before we try to run our program. So we have an error here, 2 blank lines after class or functions on line number 29. So line number 29, yeah, we need to add one more blank lines here, because Python rule is after the class definition and before the entry point of the program, you need to create 2 blank lines. Next, in word should, on line 34, what should, even wrong spelling, the PyCharm IDE checks for the wrong spelling. Next, no new line at the end of file 47, so it needs a new line. And then typo in word accelerate on line number 4, accelerate line number 34, so accelerate, okay. And then typo in word abos, that's correct. So let's try to run our program now. Actually, I think we can put semicolon here so we can see the user's entry. Click and then run. So this is the message, I am a car. And then what should I do? A for accelerate, B for brake, or O for odometer, or S for shows average speed. So if I select A, so I am going 5 km per hour. So every time we select an action like the accelerate, this line here calls the accelerate method above. And also once again we push A, so the kilometers per hour speed is incremented. Once again A, so now 15, again A, so now 20. So if we keep pressing accelerate, the speed is also increasing. However, if we put B here for brake, the speed is also now decreasing to 15. And then let's press B again for the brake, so the speed now is currently in 10 km per hour. And now we wanted to see the odometer, so we push O. So the car is running 75 km per hour. And if we wanted to see the average speed, so S, so the car's average speed was 8.5 kilometers per hour. So that's it, guys, for a simple code example in Python. Thank you guys for watching.